Hello? There we go. Hi, good meowing. Okay, so we have here the little mouses I painted before, which on this one I was doing the absolute best I could, so I painted the shading by hand, including a little bit of shading on the armor and the metal, the metallics. I'm not really sure if that worked out well, but very proud of how the cloth on this guy worked out. Right, and then we have another second mouse. This one I painted a little easier, just base colors and a wash. And we're gonna do that with this one. Today is mouse. Just gonna be a base colors and a wash kind of a guy. And then, not today, but for later, these mouses are intended for use. Oh, I dropped them there everywhere. They are a warband for Warcry, so I have a couple more slightly bigger mouses that will need to be dealt with another day. I haven't decided how I want to do the things like the Gnaw Beast. Maybe I'll make it look like a rat and we'll have a mouse riding a rat. Who knows? The initial joke was that I live in Alberta and there are no rats here because rats are illegal. So I painted them like little white mouses instead. So, mouse. Where's my white paint? There it is. That's important. The way that I did the fur on these guys is that instead of just straight up painting it white, I dry brushed it over the gray we already have. And that gave them like a bit of color variation, you know? Without having to apply something on top of the white, and I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I think we'll do the cloth bits first. Have some chain bits. There's a lot of metal to do. This one also, if we can get close enough, also has a name tag. So we're gonna need to decide on a name for her. But I don't know if we'll get that far today because my time is limited. We'll see. Also, I don't have any fucking music going. Hello? Hello? I'm hearing too much of my own voice. There we go. Much better. White dry brush over gray is interesting. Hadn't considered it as an undercoat. Yeah. Sometimes the primer just makes a good undercoat because there's very nice variation in color. It's not pure white. Actually makes it look like fur. I'm quite happy with how that turned out. It's not really a proper dry brush coating, but it's... Oh, where's my thing? This is something. There we go. There we go. And also, this still has a bit of glue on it. Name should be Mises Pieces. Unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna fit on the itty bitty, teeny tiny name tag. We may have to go with something else. This one also has a name tag, and if we can get close enough, we can see it as Lee. Okay. Now stop falling out of the brush holder. I realize the brush holder is too tiny, but stop falling out. I really need to paint that sometime. Start with the green. Hi, Nina. Meowing. Maybe I should stream playing Guild Wars sometime, since I've been doing that a lot. I don't know if it would make for entertaining content, though, because there's not a whole lot doing, you know? their belts a different color? I don't remember. Also, holy shit, this brush is falling apart. Why is it going everywhere? There we go. So currently the only fully painted team for Warcry that I have is my ghosts, if I remember right. I was working on... had barely started, really. The Horns of Hashut, the Cowgirls. And I've also made some progress on Stormcasts for it. You know, I don't remember what other Warcry warbands I have. I'm for Gore. I need to play more Warcry. It's good fun. I should stream that again. Should I paint their belts a different color? I already asked that, didn't I? I still don't remember. You there. Come here. Show me your belt. It's gray. I didn't even know I used a gray on this. Okay. We'll get to that later. Haven't looked into Warcry, really should. Mordheim is normally your poison of choice, so if you stream, you would definitely watch. I have streamed Warcry once before. Maybe twice? Both times with Jerry, and I seem to remember kicking his ass. Really, really bad. The first time I kicked his ass so badly that I didn't save the VOD of it because I felt awful and I didn't think it made for good content. I enjoy Warcry a lot, but it's very, very strongly positioning focused. If you fuck up where you deploy your models, that's it. Game's over. Round 1. Which, it's a very interesting tactical element, I suppose. Kinda sucks that it's so unforgiving. But, the ability system and initiative system are one and the same in it, and it's very fascinating. It adds a lot of fun to a game. So that's why Warcry is my current #1 favorite. Closely followed by Shatterpoint, which I still really desperately need to stream a game of. I should try to schedule that for this week. I very much want to show off Shatterpoint. I love it a lot. I am very shaky today. This is not good for my poor guy's cleanliness of color separation. But it's fine. I can fix that later. I don't know why I would be really shaky. I'm finally fucking medicated again, thank God. And, I've been eating and drinking, so it's not a low blood sugar thing. Sometimes it just be like that, though. Had a similar experience the other week, trying to help a couple guys learn how to play Old World. The other experienced guy deployed his entirely infantry game in the far corner and spent the whole game walking across difficult terrain. Oh no. Yeah. Warcry uses a much smaller board, but also the movement speeds are so much smaller that you can't get across that space in the 4 turns that you have. So if you don't put your models in the right spot to deal with the threats that they're appropriate for, then they'll spend the entire game being useless trying to get to those threats. Which, you know, I guess that's kind of standard for all war games. It's just it's so much more punishing. For example, Stormcasts, which I tried playing a couple times, have one guy whose movement speed is 3 inches. And the person I was playing against was playing Beasts of Chaos, who really like to fuck with things and just be silly. And one of the spells that the Chaos Beast wizard had was reduce your movement speed and also push you around a little bit. So my 3-inch move guy got his move decreased to 2 inches, and he also got shoved further away. And this happened 3 times when there are 4 rounds in a game. So he spent the entire time just trying to walk to this fucking wizard. And that was my fault, because I deployed him in the wrong spot. Three-inch move guy getting bullied. To be fair, that 3-inch move is very much a balancing thing, because that particular model has some crazy fucking armor and damage stats. How did I already get paint drying on this brush? What the fuck? How did I done that? This poor fucking brush. I mean, it's fine because it's kind of a shit brush to begin with, but damn. Maybe I should just grab a different one. Anyway, yeah, I gotta... Back to the point I was talking about a little while ago, I really gotta ask Kat when she wants to do stream a tutorial game of Shatterpoint, because I would love to have that. And also, well, voice crack, pain. Also, Kat's just good fun, and I want them around more often. Speaking of, Shatterpoint models are a thing that's on the list for daily painting. I gotta get to the rest of them stormtroopers sometime. Okay, I think we're good on our green cloth for now. Did someone say Shatterpoint? Hi, Lily! It's something I've been thinking about streaming. And also, models that I have that need painting. I could go and grab those. Hang on. Let's get distracted. So I have here a box. And inside this box, if I can figure out a way to open it that can show the camera. Move over a little? Move over that way. There we go. Inside this box is a bunch of dudes. So fucking many dudes, actually. Come out without breaking. There we go. Little guy. We can't see him. It won't focus. Yeah, I have a lot in here that needs painting. But what comes next, I think, is going to be the second squad of stormtroopers. Oh, please come out gentle. Which means General Veers. Why is that so bright? Stop being so bright. It's still too bright. General Veers.
Etronto just redeemed drink.
I will drink in a second. One shore trooper. 2 short trooper?
Etronto just redeemed feed whale.
Come on, stop being attached. There we go. And 3 short trooper. So I need to figure out how to paint short troopers, and we're gonna do that sometime soon.
Etronto just redeemed save game.
For now, though, back in the box. We're not looking at you yet. Okay. Ugh. Hello, Martha. I actually do have a snack today, so that is not a scam. We have tomatoes. Also did a drink. Thank you, Lily, for 8 months. 8 months subscription. Hi, I can't speak. Welcome back to the aquarium, new shrimp. Or returning shrimp? It's a shrimp moment. Okay. I think we're gonna do our metallics next. Which means I need shining silver. Anyway, all that to say, Shatterpoint is on the agenda of things that need painting. I have like 20 models that I need to get through there, so it's very much going to be trying to get through them as quickly as possible. Did I do metal on the shield? I did do metal on the shield. Why am I so shaky? Suffering. I like using this light gray base coat as an undercoat for my silvers because it makes them really pop nice. Putting a metallic paint over a darker base coat like a black takes quite a few more coats to make it really show up, you know? So am I doing things in a way that they're visible here? I need to sit here? That work? Okay. Nice and shiny. That's so fucking shiny, oh my god. Is that the same silver as I used before? Might not be. I think this mouse is gonna be a whole lot shinier than the other mouses. That's okay, that's not a problem. It's just a little unexpected. I really should have a go at doing non-metallic metal sometime. It's something I would like to learn. Although, I don't think that's a skill that I would make much use of, because I have so many models that I want to get done, not pretty. And when the goal is done, a metallic paint is just the way to go. I wonder, who can I convince into playing Warcry with me? On stream, I mean. I know one person that I can convince into playing Warcry with me any day, anytime. But, to stream it. There's also a little tag at the bottom. That is you, yeah. Ugh. Gamers, I cannot overstate how fucking happy I am to finally be medicated again. I do feel a little bit lightheaded today, but I think that's more because of potential blood sugar concerns, not because of medication. I'm able to focus on painting and actually convince myself to start tasks, which is incredible. Haven't had that in forever. It didn't take 20 minutes of sitting and staring before I could finally even convince myself to start preparing my wet palette. Congrats on medication. Yeah. Always down for trying new war games. Sadly, still terrified of streaming stuff. That's okay. Speaking in public is difficult. Although that's one of the reasons to do streaming. Good for helping with those things. Or at least I think it is. Shining. Speaking of medication, must take that and also drink Red Bull so you can think. Big mood. Haven't done my estrogen yet today. We'll need to remember to do that when I'm done streaming. Oh, I got a little bit of silver on the green. Upsies. Painting these tiered back plates, I guess, reminds me of painting Tyranids. Same shit. Different Warhammer. Speaking of, that's another thing on the table to be painted. Is I still need to finish my heavily kit-bashed kill team for the Brood Brothers, which is using Tyranid models. And I also need to try playing it sometime with an actual understanding of the rules, because the last time I tried playing it, I unintentionally cheated. Poor Ren. Shiny. Message deleted by a moderator? Oh, okay. I didn't even see it. Cool, thank you. Tyranids and Skaven are very similar in some ways and so different in others. One small problem with said kit-bashed kill team is, at the moment, they're in the big model box, which is in the basement, buried. And digging out the box, and then subsequently digging out boxes of models from inside the box is such a tremendous pain in the ass. So, it may be a little while before I do that. Came in here to rant about the AI art I keep saying of the horses. Saw it, so I shot it. Oh. Came in here to yell about slop bots. Immediately saw a slop bot. I think that procedural image generation has good uses, but art is not one of them. If there's an art you want made and you haven't the skill to do it yourself, either learn, get good, or hire an artist. That is my opinion, and you can quote me on that. Okay, let's do some chain. I hate doing chainmail textures because it's really difficult to get the paint like inside the rings while also not making it make air bubbles that cover up the rings. Huge pain in the butt. That said though, chainmail textures look really, really nice with the shade paint. Is what I'm doing still visible? Need to remember to stay in frame of camera, and I'm so bad at that. can't fucking see what I'm doing in there. Nightmarish. It's fine. No one needs to see that portion of the mouse anyway, right? Okay. We have a little more greening to do, as well as some green touch-ups. And then I'll do the brown on the shield and the hilt. The gray on the belt. And then we'll finally start doing the actual mouse. Oh, my neck is sore already. Okay, get a green. Because there's cloth bits in here that I missed. And I'm not worrying... Blah. I'm not worrying about my brush hitting things that are not supposed to be green because we are only doing base coats. It is not supposed to be clean. I think maybe that should be green too. That is out of frame. Hi, good job, me. Maybe I should just point this way a little. There we go. It's fine if it points a little bit at me. We're not looking at that. Okay, there are some edges around the metallics that could do with a cleanup. So I'm gonna try something with this rat. Not a rat, mouse. I'm gonna try something with this mouse. Which is that I'm going to use a few different shades on it. Shade paints. To try to make things look nice, instead of using a single cohesive shade paint over the entire model like I normally would. The reason that I would normally do that is because using a single shade paint across the entire model brings it together and makes it all look matchies. It's the same as if you were doing digital art and you put a color filter over the entire image of a specific certain color, then it would make everything look nice and cohesive in that art. It's just a low effort way to make easier. If you made me ribs, would I save you the bones in a cup? I don't like my meat on a bone. So you can just have the ribs. Love doing matchies, really brings whole model together. Yeah! Speaking of, hang on. I showed pictures of them, but they look better in person, I think. Let me get out one of my Blangles here. Maybe. Perhaps, if they'll come out of the box. There we go. There we go. The guys. Like, these guys got covered in an all over... Which one do I want to show? I don't know, they're all good. I like all of them. There isn't a particular one. We'll do the flamer guy. These guys got an all-over coating of an orange shade paint after I finished painting them on stream. And it doesn't really show up on the red or on the gray much. It does show up a little bit on the gray, brings out some of the details. But it really brings the model together, whereas before the colors were bright and almost contrasting, now they seem very cooperative, you know? Makes me happy. Shade paint's good. All over shade paint of single color just makes a model look nice. However, I don't want to, because on this guy, I put the Nuln Oil on both the metal and the cape and the shield and all that, but it made the green look so icky. So instead, I want to use a green shade paint. The only green that I have on the green cloak, and I want to see how that does. It might make it look a little more goopy because it's such a vibrant green going onto a pastel, but I think that'll be okay. It'll at least make it look better than how dirty that one is. Okay, let's get that gray. Oh, that's a lot of gray. She got a little excited. I think I'm gonna have to reapply some bits of my undercoat gray. Just to, oh fuck. Teehee, I fucked up. Reapply some bits of the undercoat gray on the fluffy bits, just to make sure that it's all good color, so that there isn't any errant spots of green showing through the fur. We wouldn't like that. Gonna draw while watch stream so we could do art things together. Don't have access to art program anymore. I fixed that soon. Don't worry, I fixed that soon. Soon as fucking apartment sells. Still waiting on that.
Mizoku_Yuto just redeemed drank.
Oh, hi Yuto. Have a sippy. Have a tomato.
Mizoku_Yuto just redeemed feed whale. Mizoku_Yuto just redeemed whale check.
Whale check. I'm pretty good. I finally have meds again, so like I can think and focus, and that's great. Incredible, really. Really fucking nice. And otherwise, a lot of my life at the moment is waiting, which sucks really hard. But the waiting is coming to an end somewhat soon. So that's really nice. Things are progressing. Things are progressing in a pleasant manner. Also, this model's coming together really nice, even though not that much has been done on it so far. But it's gonna be a 2-hour at most kind of a paint job, so like we're almost there already, honestly. Okay, let's get that undercoat out so I can get the green bits off this arms. We got some Vallejo Ghost Gray Primer. Honestly, one of my favorite paints ever. You would give me a hug, you say, and yet, the many times when I'm in the same province of you, I don't hear from you. To be fair, that's because I have never mentioned, hey, I'm around. And also because I'm at work, so I don't have the opportunity to do that. But you know, my point stands. Whenever I'm nearby, this guy just fucking vanishes. Doesn't give me a hug. Evil, really. Is that all the touch-ups needed on the gray bits? Just the spot on the arm, really? Okay. Never tell you. To be fair, I don't know what region of that province you live in. And I never go to places that are populated. Work always takes me out to the middle of fucking nowhere. Oh, uh-oh. I think this paint might be a little clog. Oh. There's movement. Oh! Got the paint. It worked. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, where am I browning? We got leather straps there. We're gonna do all of the wood bits. And also a little bit of hilt. Okay. And then I also have standing on a Stormcast head. Which, the way I painted my Stormcasts was by priming them in this color. And then giving them a Nuln Oil. And that was their metallic color. So I'm just gonna do that for this head and call it done. Easy. Maybe I should do the bottom of the hilt too. Since I don't have a better color for that. Where did my music go? The hell? It says it's going. Next song. Oh, also on the table for things that I'm going to paint while streaming, hopefully in the next few months. If I don't get distracted and stop doing the streaming painting, like I keep fucking doing. Another thing on the table is battle mechs. I have so many Battletech models that need paint. It's ridiculous. So those will need to be painted. Though honestly, with the number of them that I've painted already, I don't necessarily need more painted. I just have more. So many more. So it's not a high priority, because I'd rather paint things that I'm actually going to use. Phone fiber? Oh. Mouse needs to be careful stepping on that Stormcast. She's going to hurt her ankle. I'm sure she's being careful. As careful as a Skaven ever was. So again with, I'm gonna use a different shade paint on this part. For the brown bits, I want to put Agrax on them. Instead of Nuln Oil like the metal bits will get. Although, being that the metal bits are the only part that's gonna get Nuln Oiled, I'm not sure if it's worth doing the chest plate and the sword, because it doesn't really show up using a black wash on a flat metallic surface. It only shows up on chainmail. I'll try, but I don't think it's gonna make any difference. Skaven, careful. Yeah, those words don't really go together well. It's fine. My Skaven are very careful and delicate. That's why they're in pastel colors. It's because they're cute. Cute mousies. Might texture the shields a bit. Seen people put cracked earth texture paints on them to give them a more worn medieval look. It's an idea. I don't think my mousies are the place for me to do that. But it's not a bad idea. I will hang on to that one. Idea stolen. Mine now. Nice looking shield. Not the cleanest in some places, but clean enough that I'm happy with it. Yeah, if I ever get back around to doing my Trench Crusade guys, I think I'll try Crackle Earth paint shields on them. Unfortunately, I've found other games that I enjoy much more, so I just haven't looked at Trench Crusade in forever. The idea does seem neat, and I would like to try the rules sometime. I just... other things to focus on, you know? I think I slipped a little. Yeah, I did. Going to need to get the green back. After I'm done, though. Okay, there we go. That's all done up nice. I want to build some Tyranids for BFG, but it's way down the list. I have whales to proxy as Tyranids for BFG. I'd forgotten about that. This mouse is looking pretty nice, teehee. I think that might just be the worst pun ever. Okay, let's do some pinks. Where all gets pinked? Little hands, little feet, bit of the face, little nose, the tail. Okay, okay. It seems I also did a gentle dry brush of white on the tail. Why is it coming out sideways? Okay. Fascinating. Is this lid broken or something? Or is it just a clog being funny? Oh no, it's broken. There's a hole in the side. Fucked up. Okay, let's start with painting a little mousy tail. I seem to remember I used my other pink color and watered it down a lot to put it on the tail as a wash to give it a little more definition. Oh, bye, I guess. Alright. Little pink nose. There we go. Did I do the eyes? I did do a little area of pink around the eyes. And the mouth and lips. That was too much pink. It's fine, I'll be going over all this with some white later, so I can bring it in. Okay, and the inside of his little ears need to be pink. Oh. So happy and glad that the mice have the cute little pink noses and handsies. Yeah, of course. There we go, pink ears. Now little paws. Which I'm just gonna paint it up a little further on the arm than I think that it should go, because when I come back with the whites, I'll be able to do a gradual dry brush from the rest. And that'll sort of blend the colors nice like. I think I did that other darker pink wash on the hands also. Really bring out their little knuckle joints and such. I still have to decide on what I'm going to do for basing the mice. I haven't figured that one out yet. Go. No more dry paint on brush. There we go. Now little feety paws and then next color. In there. Mousy is starting to mouse in. Oh, I touched it. Stop of touch wet paint. Oh, I think I just painted the shield pink. Whoopsies. Didn't happen, don't worry about it. Not real. Okay. We're starting to look kind of mousy. Please focus. There we go. We just need white fire. And then I'll come back and do the darker pink wash after the white fur because the pinks need a minute to dry. Now, that bit on the shield, is it, did I actually, oh, a teeny tiny itty bitty bit. I also need to come back and redo some of that silver anyway. On these edges here. Much better. Alright, I do not want to use this brush for dry brushing. What brush do I want to use? Something very itty bitty. That one, perhaps. What I'm gonna do is not necessarily dry brushing. It's just not a complete application. So that there's still little bits showing through. This paint seems to want to be very, very wet today, though. So it's not being cooperative with the idea of dry brushing at all. It works. Gonna need to do a bit of cleanup around there after, though. We're gonna need to do a bit of cleanup around everywhere where the light is after. Dry brushing is not a precise science. It hits everything and everywhere. Oh, too much. I have to redo that pink. Oops. Much to redo. Hello! What's good? I'm painting a mouse. Not sure how visible it is because camera's not agreeing with me today. Currently applying the white to the mouse's fur. This mouse is going to be a part of a warband for playing Warcry. The second that will hopefully be finished painting. Can't say that it is finished painting because obviously it's not done yet. Okay, that's enough for the whites. Now I need to fix a bit of pinks around his little face. Age of Sigmar. Or 40k. Yeah, I think Skaven or Sigmar. Probably. Maybe. Perhaps. I know some people would be very, very happy to hear that Skaven were 40k. Skaven Necromunda team when? Real. Get on it, James Workshop. Okay. That's fixed appropriately. Starting to look nice. Correct some of those silvers. Got some cleanup to do here. The disadvantages of dry brushing. Cleaning up around it sucks. Okay, is there anything else that I goofed? Not really. Let's mix up that pink shade paint. Have I ever painted or collected 40k? Yes, I have a tremendous amount of Tyranid models hiding somewhere in a basement. Mostly big monsters. I love me some big monsters. Darker pink paint. Only a little bit of that. Ooh. And a bunch of water. Collect White Scar, Black Templar, Tau, and Emperor's Children. Oh, nice. Actually, that reminds me. Aside from my Tyranids, I do have a couple of dudes right beside me. Come off of there. There we go. Check this guy out. Got some Blood Angels for a kill team. I did see the new Assault Terminators. I don't understand what's exciting about it. They look like the same as the old Terminator models. I don't think there's anything new there as far as I can tell, you know? But I wouldn't know. I don't really do Space Marines. I like my big bugs. You have to be very gentle about applying this darker, pinker wash. It's very easy for it to become an overwhelming amount, apparently. Big bugs removed. Need to do that Tyranid BFT list. Yeah, I have a full Carnifex army headed up by a Swarmlord. So there's 3 broods of 2 Carnifexes. There's 3 Screamer Killers. And there's the the Swarmlord. Okay, he has been pinked. I think I may need to apply that to his face just so it matches. Okay. So now I have teeth and claws to do. And then we're on to the washes, perhaps. Almost done. Maybe. Maybe, unless I forgot something. It's very likely that I forgot something. I'm good at that. Get out the favorite teeth and claw color, skeleton bone. Doesn't matter what you're painting. If it has teeth and claws, then skeleton bone is the go-to color. Now, I guess she's also got an itty-bitty little tongue in there. I don't know if the previous one I painted had a tongue modeled. Or if I noticed it, if it did. Did you have a tongue? No. Just open mouth. Alright. That's fine. We can work with that. I'm gonna take some of this darker pink again. And instead of watering it down, this time I'll just use an itty-bitty bit. And we'll use that for both the eyes and the tongue. There we go. Okay, what else to doing here? Need a bit of that to go on the back of this paw. There we go. Much better. Matches now. And then let's do the green wash on the cloth. Moment to stretch, sorry. Oh, that really gives it a color. Okay. Well, this one certainly isn't going to match the others. That's fine. We love a little bit of variation in our warbands. Gotta slink off. Okay, good luck. Have fun at the dentist. Or don't. I will be posting pictures of the cute mice later. Maybe I should have, like, added some white into this shade paint first, because, oh my goodness, that's green. Wearing a totally different color now. Green. Okay. Let's do the gnome oil. Put that on our metallics and also our storm casts. makes what I'm doing visible? No. No, it's not. I moved away again. I swear I'm trying to stay in camera. I'm just not good at it. Oh. Alright. Let's get that Stormcast head done so it looks like my Stormcasts. There we go. Now just a bit of Egrax on the shield, and we'll be done. Okay. What's her name gonna be? I haven't got any votes on that yet. 2 or 3 letters at most because I have a really, really tiny writing space. Mal? Okay. Her name can be Mal. I think we're just about done here. That's a mouse in an hour and a half. That's pretty good. There's no way that the other models I need to do for this warband are gonna come out to an hour and a half, but that's fine. I believe I used this color to paint the name last time. And then I'm gonna grab a different paintbrush for that. Because painting a name is a very, very itty bitty. Not this paintbrush, this one's too big. And I like it too much. I don't think I can do this. I think it's too small. That sounds like quitter talk. Wipe it off. Try again. Fuck. Can you choose a different name? An M is much too difficult to do in tiny with the amount of space that I have. Oh, the Glurpy song. It's not even the same size as now. Fuck. Z. One letter. Does that comprise a rat name? I don't know. Maybe I should just have numbered name tags. Okay, well that almost looks like mouth. Itty bitty. Kind of blurs together and looks like a squiggle though. I don't think that'll ever come up on camera. Alright, I did the best I could with the name tag. That's it. Mouse done. I've done my daily painting. I did the thing. We now have a group of 3 little mice. Not blind. Ah, stop fall over. Bastards. 3 little mice. Okay, that's all for streaming today. Thank you everyone for coming. I go now. Goodbye.